Right now, as you're watching this video, there's a good chance something in your home is listening. Maybe it's your phone. Maybe it's your smart speaker. Maybe it's that TV you thought was off. The truth is, our smart devices know more about us than our closest friends and family. And what they're doing with that information will make you think twice about ever saying, "Hey Alexa," ever again. I'm Mike with this 25, and these are 25 terrifying things your smart devices are secretly doing. 25. Your smart TV is watching you back. That beautiful flat screen in your living room isn't just displaying content, it's collecting it. Smart TVs equipped with ACR, automatic content recognition technology, take snapshots of what's on your screen every few seconds and send that data back to manufacturers and advertisers. It doesn't matter if you're watching Netflix, playing a video game, or scrolling through private photos, your TV is documenting everything. The scariest part? This feature is usually enabled by default, buried in setting menus most people never explore. Vizio paid a $2.2 million settlement in 2017 after the FTC discovered they'd been collecting viewing data from 11 million TVs without proper consent. And they're far from the only ones. So next time you binge watch something embarrassing at 2 a.m., just remember, your TV is taking notes. But if you think your TV watching you is creepy, wait till you hear what your phone is doing while it's just sitting in your pocket. That comes up at number 18. 24. Voice assistants record more than you realize. When you say, "Hey Siri," or Alexa, or Gemini, or Google, whatever, you expect your device to start listening. What you might not expect is that actual human employees often review your voice recordings. Amazon, Google, and Apple have all admitted to hiring contractors who listen to voice recordings to improve their service. In 2019, a Belgium news outlet revealed that Google contractors had leaked over 1,000 private recordings, including bedroom conversations and what sounded like domestic violence. These weren't just wake word activations. Many were accidental triggers the users never knew about. The companies claim this is for quality assurance, but that's cold comfort when strangers are potentially listening to your most intimate moments. 23. Your fitness tracker knows when you're having. Fitness trackers are designed to monitor your heart rate, movement patterns, and sleep quality. But they're also shockingly good at detecting, let's say, other activities. Elevated heart rate combined with repetitive motion at certain hours. Your Fitbit knows exactly what you're up to. And that data is stored on company servers. In 2011, Fitbit users were horrified to discover that their activity data was being displayed publicly on Google search results due to default privacy settings. While this specific issue was fixed, the underlying problem remains. Your most private moments are being quantified and stored somewhere you can't control. 22. Smart speakers activate without wake words thousands of times per year. Researchers at Northeastern University found that smart speakers can accidentally activate up to 19 times per day from words that sound vaguely like their wake words. That adds up to nearly 7,000 unintended activations per year. Words like election can trigger Alexa.
Google add information abilities with my responses.
See?
You can give the app a try.
Okay Boo Boo sounds enough like okay Google, and even ordinary TV dialogue frequently activates these devices. Each accidental activation potentially records and transmits snippets of your conversation to cloud servers without you ever knowing. 21. Your phone tracks your location even when GPS is off. You've probably turned off location services at some point, thinking you were protecting your privacy. Unfortunately, that's not nearly enough. Your phone can track your location through cell tower triangulation, Wi-Fi positioning, and even Bluetooth signals from nearby devices. In 2018, an AP investigation found that Google services were storing location data even when users had explicitly turned off location history. The company was using a separate setting called Web and App Activity that most people didn't even know existed. Your phone always knows where you are. The only question is, how many companies are getting that information. Still think you're in control of your own data? At number 15, I'll reveal something about your smartphone camera that might make you reach for a piece of tape. 20. Smart home devices create detailed maps of your house. Robot vacuums like Roomba don't just clean your floors. They create detailed floor plans of your entire home. These maps include room dimensions, furniture placement, and even the location of objects the vacuum encounters. And that data has value. In 2017, iRobot's CEO openly discussed the possibility of sharing this mapping data with companies like Google, Amazon, and Apple. While public backlash forced them to backtrack, the capability remains. Your vacuum knows the layout of your home better than most of your friends do. 19. Your smart doorbell is building a neighborhood surveillance network. Did you watch the Super Bowl and see that one commercial? Yeah. Ring doorbells have become incredibly popular for home security, but they're also creating something far more extensive. A distributed surveillance network that tracks movement throughout entire neighborhoods. Amazon's partnership with police departments has turned millions of private doorbell cameras into an extension of law enforcement. Through the Neighbors app, police can request Ring footage without a warrant in many cases. Your doorbell isn't just watching your porch, it's contributing to a surveillance infrastructure that tracks when cars pass by, when neighbors come home, and patterns of activity across your entire community. So no, not just for finding lost dogs. Thanks, Ring. 18. Your phone's microphone can detect your emotions. Remember that teaser about your phone in your pocket? Well, here it is. Researchers have developed algorithms that can analyze ambient sounds captured by your phone's microphone to determine your emotional state, even when you're not speaking. The acoustic properties of a room change based on your breathing patterns, size, and even the way you move. While major companies deny using this technology actively, the patents are filed and the capability exists. Your phone could theoretically know you're stressed, sad, or anxious before you've consciously recognized it yourself, and serve you targeted ads based on your emotional vulnerability. You know, the important stuff. 17. Smart cars track and store months of your driving data. Modern vehicles are essentially smartphones on wheels, and they're collecting massive amounts of data about your driving habits. Speed, acceleration patterns, brake intensity, locations visited, routes taken, it is all being logged and stored. Insurance companies are increasingly using this data to adjust your premiums. In divorce cases and lawsuits, car data has been subpoenaed as evidence. Your car knows if you were speeding before an accident, where you went on that night you said you were working late, and exactly how aggressively you drive when you're angry. You know what's wild? I'm not even halfway through this list, and I still haven't even gotten to the really invasive stuff yet. Trust me, it gets worse. 16. Alexa can identify the unique sound of your cough.
That's an interesting question. I don't actually cough or make sounds, but I'm curious why you're asking about cough.
I'm talking.
Something specific you're wondering
Stop
about.
it, I'm recording. See? Amazon has developed technology that allows Alexa to detect when you're sick based on the sound of your cough, changes in your voice, and even your sniffing patterns, or sniffles. That too. When framed as a health monitoring feature, the implications are disturbing. This data could theoretically be sold to health insurance companies, used to target you with pharmaceutical ads, or shared with employers. Your smart speaker isn't just a helpful assistant anymore. It's a health surveillance device that knows when you're under the weather before you even call in sick. 15. Your phone camera can be activated without the indicator light. Here's the camera revelation I promised. Security researchers have demonstrated that phone cameras can be accessed by malicious apps without triggering the little green light that's supposed to tell you the camera is active. See if we can get it. There it is. That one, there we go. You won't be able to see that. It's there. On some devices, the light is controlled by software, not hardware, meaning it can be bypassed. This isn't just theoretical. Multiple instances of spyware, including the infamous Pegasus software used against journalists and activists, have demonstrated the ability to silently activate cameras and record video without any visual indication. Right now, as you hold your phone, you cannot be 100% certain no one is looking through that lens. Hello. We're at the halfway point, and if you're still watching, well, you're probably already eyeing your smart devices suspiciously, but hang on. The entries from here on out get progressively more disturbing. Number 7 involves something your smart home might be doing right now without your knowledge. 14. Smart appliances can detect how many people live in your home. The combination of smart thermostats, motion sensors, and usage patterns from connected appliances allows companies to accurately estimate how many people live in your home, their approximate ages, and their daily routines. This isn't speculation. It's in the marketing materials for data analytics companies. A smart refrigerator that opens frequently during school hours likely indicates children home alone. A thermostat pattern that shows 2 people leaving at different times might indicate separate work schedules. This demographic data is worth billions to advertisers and insurers. 13. Your Bluetooth headphones create a unique identifier that follows you. Every Bluetooth device broadcasts a unique identifier that can be tracked, even when you're not actively connected to anything. Your AirPods, wireless headphones, or Bluetooth earbuds are sending out signals that can be detected by nearby devices, including tracking infrastructure in stores, airports, and public spaces. Retailers use Bluetooth tracking to monitor how long you spend in different parts of the store, which displays you pause at, and how often you return. Your headphones are essentially broadcasting your location to anyone with the equipment to listen. 12. Smart meters tell power companies when you're home and what you're doing. The smart meter on your home doesn't just measure electricity usage, it creates a detailed profile of your activity patterns. Energy signature analysis can determine what specific appliances you're using, when you wake up, when you go to sleep, and even what shows you're watching based on the power consumption pattern of your TV. In some cases, law enforcement can use this data without warrants. Unusually high electricity usage at certain hours has been used as probable cause for drug raid warrants based solely on smart meter data. 11. Your smartwatch knows when you're dying. Wearable devices with heart rate monitors can detect irregular heartbeats, dangerous drops in oxygen levels, and other vital sign anomalies that indicate serious medical emergencies. In multiple documented cases, Apple Watches have detected atrial fibrillation and alerted users who were later diagnosed with life-threatening conditions. But here's the darker side. That same technology means your device knows when your heart is failing. It knows before you do. And that biometric data sitting on company servers could theoretically be accessed by life insurance companies, employers, or anyone with sufficient legal authority or hacking skills. 10. Google Photos uses your face to train AI without your permission. Every photo you upload to Google Photos is analyzed by machine learning algorithms that identify faces, objects, locations, and activities. While Google claims this is to improve search functionality, the data is also used to train AI systems that are then deployed in other products, and potentially sold to third parties. You never agreed to let your face train facial recognition systems. You never consented to your vacation photos teaching AI to identify beaches. But by using the free service, you've essentially become an unpaid contributor to one of the largest AI training operations in history. Number 7 reveals something about smart home devices that sounds like it belongs in a horror movie. And number 3, that one made our research team legitimately uncomfortable. 9. Your baby monitor can be accessed by strangers. Internet-connected baby monitors have been repeatedly hacked, allowing strangers to watch children sleep, speak through the device's speakers, and access live video feeds. The security on many of these devices is shockingly poor, with default passwords and unencrypted connections. Multiple families have reported terrifying incidents, hearing strange voices coming from their nursery, the camera moving on its own, and even intruders screaming obscenities at their children through the monitor. The very device meant to protect your baby could be giving predators a window into your home. 8. Smart devices know when your house is empty. The combination of motion sensors, smart locks, thermostat data, and device usage patterns allows tech companies, and potentially hackers, to know with high accuracy when your home is unoccupied. This isn't just about individual devices. It's about the aggregate picture they create together. When your phone leaves the Wi-Fi network, your smart light goes into away mode, your thermostat adjusts, and your motion sensors stop detecting movement, the data screams, nobody's home. This information is valuable to burglars, stalkers, and anyone who might want to know when you're away. 7. Your smart home can be weaponized against you in domestic abuse situations. Here's the disturbing entry I mentioned. Smart home devices have become tools of control and harassment in domestic abuse situations. Abusers with access to smart home apps can remotely lock victims out of their own homes, change thermostat settings to extreme temperatures, turn lights on and off to create terror, and monitor all activity through connected cameras. Domestic violence organizations report increasing cases where victims feel trapped in their own homes by technology made to make life more convenient. The smart lock that keeps intruders out can also trap someone inside. The thermostat that saves energy can be used to make a home uninhabitable. 6. Your DNA testing kit results are being sold and used in ways you never imagined. If you've ever sent your saliva to 23andMe, Ancestry.com, or similar services, your genetic information is now part of a database that can be sold, shared, and used in ways the original consent forms barely hinted at. Drug companies have paid hundreds of millions of dollars to access this genetic data for research purposes. Even more alarming, law enforcement has used these databases to solve crimes through genetic genealogy, identifying suspects through DNA matches with the relatives who submitted samples. Your decision to learn about your ancestry could implicate a family member you've never met in a criminal investigation. We're in the final 5 now. These are the entries that genuinely disturbed us while researching this video. So, you've been warned. 5. AI can now predict your behavior before you've decided what to do. This isn't science fiction. It's happening now. Companies like Cambridge Analytica, before its collapse, and current data analytics firms use the massive amounts of information collected from your devices to build psychological profiles that can predict your behavior with alarming accuracy. They can predict when you're likely to make impulse purchases, what emotional triggers will influence your voting decisions, and even when you're most vulnerable to manipulation. Your devices aren't just tracking what you've done, they're being used to predict and influence what you're about to do. Only 4 more entries to go. Number 3 is the one that made our research team actually change their own device settings. 4. Your smart speaker might be listening, even when it's muted. Security researchers have discovered that the mute button on some smart speakers doesn't actually cut off the microphone entirely. On certain devices, the mute function is software controlled rather than hardware based, meaning the microphone remains active. The device simply chooses not to respond. This means that even when you think you've created privacy by muting your device, it could theoretically still be processing and potentially transmitting audio data. That muted light? Yeah, that just gives you a false sense of security that doesn't match the technical reality. 3. There's a shadow profile of you, even if you never use social media. Here's the one that changed how our team thinks about privacy. Even if you've never created a Facebook account, never used Instagram, never tweeted, there's still a profile of you. Companies build shadow profiles using the contact information uploaded by your friends and family, photos you appear in that others post, and data purchased from brokers. This shadow profile includes your email address, phone number, home address, workplace, relationships, and often a map of your social connections, all built without your knowledge or consent. You cannot opt out of a profile you never opted into. It simply exists, growing more detailed as people who know you continue to share. 2. Your devices can be remotely bricked by manufacturers at any time. You might have paid full price for that iPhone, Kindle, or smart thermostat, but you don't truly own it. Companies retain the ability to remotely disable, modify, or delete features from your devices you legally purchased. Amazon famously deleted copies of George Orwell's 1984 from Kindles, and the irony was not lost on anyone. Tesla can remotely disable features in used cars when they're resold, and sometimes even if you buy them yourself. You guys remember my friend Brett from the Weird Food Combinations? He bought a Tesla with seat heaters in the rear, and all of a sudden there was an update. No more seat heaters, but now he can pay monthly for them. So they took away a feature that he purchased. So that's great. Apple can slow down your phone through software updates. John Deere can brick tractors that farmers have purchased outright. The device in your pocket exists at the pleasure of the company that made it, not the person who bought it. 1. All of this data will outlive you and can be used against your descendants. Here's the terrifying truth that brings this all together. Everything your devices have ever collected about you, every location, every conversation, every heartbeat, will exist long after you're gone. This data doesn't expire. It sits on servers, gets sold and resold, merged and analyzed. Your grandchildren could be denied insurance based on genetic markers revealed by your DNA test combined with health data from your fitness tracker. Your descendants could be implicated in cold cases solved through familial DNA matching decades from now. The digital footprint you're creating today isn't just about you. It's about everyone who comes after you. We're the first generation to leave behind a complete digital record of our lives, and we have no idea how future governments, corporations, or AI systems we can't even imagine yet will use that data. Your smart devices aren't just watching you. They're documenting human history, one user at a time. So there you have it. 25 terrifying things your smart devices are secretly doing. If this video made you uncomfortable, good. That means you're paying attention. The convenience of smart technology comes at a cost, and that cost is often our privacy, our autonomy, and our understanding of who's really in control. If you found this video eye-opening, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the things you're not supposed to know. And if you want to know more unsettling truths about the world around us, check out the video on screen now. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and maybe consider putting some tape over that camera. I'll see you next time.